I got this old machine in a junkyard and set out to give it a second chance as a useful tool. So I started by disassembling each of the parts to check their condition. It looks like he was on a chicken farm. So far there are no broken parts and everything is running smoothly. As I was disassembling the machine, I was taking pictures of the place where each piece was going to be assembled. With a steel sheet I removed the superficial part of the paint. And then with the grinder and a bristle disc I give it the final touch. This shaft is the one in charge of raising and lowering the needle. I removed it, and in its place I will use this tension rod which is the same diameter as the hole, and I will also use this part as a support for the saw. I need the bar not to slip out of place when cutting, so I will drill a small hole in the metal. Once in place, I fix it with the screws supplied with the machine. I will also need some 5mm shafts. Now I am going to make the piece that will support the bearings that will hold the saw blade. This is how it should look. I solder it to a 1-inch wide platen, and set it in place to mark where the cutting blade will pass. I I put two 6000 bearings on the part and also place the saw blade in the center and frame to open the holes. Fixed the shafts I made by welding to the platen. Using a bearing, I marked the place between the shafts to cut a piece of 12 mm to the platen. This cut will be used to place a third bearing. He made a 90 degrees bend and cut the piece. I put the part in place and marked the place where I will drill to attach it to the machine. I insert a 5 cm shaft into one of the bearings and place it in the lower part of the part. I now place the other bearings using a hammer. The part is ready. All that remains is to put it in place and attach it with the screws provided with the machine. He put the blade in place, and performed some test runs. The motor for this machine will be taken from an old blender, so let's get to work disassembling it. A conventional machine pulley is perfectly suitable for this motor. And with a piece of foil I make the base. To find out where the screws go, I will only need a little grease. And to tighten the belt, some pieces of metal that I will later attach to the base I made for the motor. He placed the wheel on the machine and then the base with the motor. I give the necessary tension to the belt and fix it in place with the screw. I am now ready to make the motor cover. This will also serve to place the ignition switch. In this case the motor has 2 speeds and this is how it will be on the saw. Painted and assembled, I proceed to perform some tests with it. Just by changing the blade we can give different uses and cut different materials.